Christopher. It's good to see you today.
Good to see you too.
How have you been?
I've been good.
Good. You've been getting outside with the nice spring weather?
Mm-hmm. Shooting some baskets.
Yeah, it's always fun when you can do that outside. Alright, well today we're going to be working on two things based on your case report and the things that you reported to me as wanting to work on. So I know you had talked about being hoarse in the mornings and the evenings and wanting to reduce that and also improve your ability to reach higher levels of volume, like in group settings and noisy settings. I know you said you coach basketball, and so based on that, it would be helpful to be able to achieve those higher volumes at a healthy, in a healthy manner, so you aren't damaging your vocal folds.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about vocal hygiene, specifically hydration, and then also resonant voice. So vocal hygiene is very important because it reduces the risk of damage to your vocal folds, and it can also improve the quality of your voice. So that's where we're going to target that hoarseness that you talked about there. What I'm going to have you do actually is create a log. So right now, obviously in our session, we can't have you drink a lot of water and just fix it that way. But what you will do is once you're done with the session, you'll go home, you'll have a log with you, and you'll be recording how much water you drink throughout the day, when you drink it, and then also how much caffeine you're drinking throughout the day, because caffeine has a tendency to dehydrate us. So we want to know how much intake of water and how much intake of caffeine. So why don't we work on creating a little log here. Generally what we do is we'll have like a column for each day. So why don't you go ahead and...
How many days are we doing?
Well, how many days would you like to focus on hydration?
Let's go a week.
Okay, that sounds good. And this is basically just to establish a baseline so we know what your hydration habits are for the time being. And then if we find areas we need to improve, we can do that. So then let's label the days of the week here.
I got 6 days.
Maybe you'll take a Sunday off or something.
Yeah, day 1. Day 2.
And I'm thinking it might be easier to keep track of this if you have certain times of the day set aside to record how much water or caffeine you've been drinking. That way you don't have to try to keep track all day long and then write it down at night or carry this with you all day. So
Okay.
What are some convenient times for you that you could just stop and quick jot down how your day's been going?
In the morning before I get going.
Okay, so maybe make a section for morning here.
Alright. In the probably around lunchtime.
Okay, sounds good. We want to make this as convenient as possible for you so you're more likely to remember to stick to it.
Okay.
I think it's going to be really helpful for us to talk about in our next session.
And then probably in the evening.
Okay.
Before bedtime.
Before bedtime. Sounds good. And then another thing we will discuss is using humidifier, because sometimes you're drinking as much water as you can during the day and you still are having that hoarseness and you still feel a little bit dehydrated. So the humidifier will help the surface of the vocal folds. We want to hydrate from the inside and the outside. Target both to be most effective. So
Alright.
I will just have you maybe make a column for water and a column for caffeine.
Okay.
And that way we can remember to keep track of both of those. And does this seem like something that's doable for you?
Yes, it does. Yep.
Okay. So we will meet again next week at the same time, so you should have a week of recording here. If you slip up, it's no big deal, but try your best.
Alright.
All right. Perfect. And then next, we are going to work on resonant voice. So have you heard about resonant voice before? Do you know anything about it?
Not very familiar, no.
Okay. So basically, when we think about speaking, you know that voicing happens at the level of the vocal folds, right? because the vocal folds are buzzing,
Mm-hmm.
vibrating to make sound. Well, sometimes people really increase the intensity with which they vibrate their vocal folds. They really like put pressure on them, and that's how they try to achieve a louder volume. But the better way to do it is by taking advantage of your oral cavity to amplify your voice. So I heard an example where there's a band in an auditorium. Now the band can either play really, really hard and really loud and like really be intense about it, or they can position themselves in the auditorium in a way that allows that room to do its job and amplify your voice. Because your oral cavity, your mouth, will do that naturally. So what we want to do is bring the sound up and forward into your mouth, into the correct position, so that you're getting the most amplification you can out of your oral cavity.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Makes it easier, it makes it sound better, and it will allow you to achieve greater range in your intensity. So
All right.
I think that'll be good for you. So what we're going to do is I will demonstrate, and then I'll have you try it. And at first we're just going to focus on trying to find that right position and right level of resonant voice. So what I'm going to do is hum at a normal speaking pitch. And I'll have you do it too.
Okay.
Now I want you to concentrate on where you feel the vibrations in your face, like in your nose and in your neck. So you'll have to touch your nose, face, and neck.
Okay.
And tell me where you feel the most vibration.
It's the neck.
It is the neck. Okay, so that's why we're going to be working on this. We want to move that vibration from down here up and into your nose and your face. So now I'm going to have you hum again, but glide up and then down and concentrate on the change in vibration. So does it shift to a different place when you hum up or down? Like this.
Okay.
So was there a certain pitch you felt like
I think when it got higher, it moved a little higher up in my
it
face.
felt more in your face?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this time I'm going to have you start low and hum up and stop when you feel it in your nose. Feel the
Okay.
buzziness.
Time it seemed like it was a little bit lower when it was in my face.
Okay. Let's just try it one more time. You can do
Okay.
it slowly too.